Yeah, that'll do. Let's go for it. Hello there and welcome back, and we are live in Game 2 with SteffenBK in the southeast. He is 1-0 up, and he's playing as Brits. He's locked in Vanguard Operations Regiment, and he's against those dastardly Yankee Doodle Dandies. It's not 1812, or whenever we burnt down the White House. It is indeed 2018. This is a World War II game, and these are allies at war. Former allies, because that mad colonial bastard Churchill has decided to launch Operation Unthinkable against the Soviet forces. And that's right, it's the first Allied mirror match tournament in CO2, possibly the last, who knows. And it's been a doozy so far. It's been a very small tournament with 5 players, which is quite modest, I must admit. But it's been a very interesting one and good entertainment for fans. We've got probably about 200 people watching right now. Which is, it's always good to see people turn out on a Saturday for some excellent entertainment provided by the players. Hopefully by my good self. Probably 8:15, you're right, Shadow. Whenever the Royal Navy sailed up that river and burnt down the White House. It wasn't the White House at the time, though. It was called that after they whitewashed it. Nobody remembers the War of Independence. I mean, I don't even think people celebrate it. M1, the Maxim's coming out right now. So interesting move by Caesar. He's not gone for tier 1, which people assumed would be overly powerful with the M3s. Instead, he's going for a Maxim-based strategy against these Tommies. UC, though, doesn't care. It's going straight into things. Is the mobile force de la resistance. Soviet player is the active streamer Caesar. He is both of these players today are top 50 in all 3 allied factions. Orders is here. As the infantry section cap that victory point in the southwest, we've got another infantry section capping the fuel point. UC hasn't got the munitions quite yet to be a danger.
Section of Tommies has been trained.
Shadow Link, our admin for the day, is surprised that there is no sniper as of yet, and I too. I mean, it's a great map for it. Faymanville's notorious for snipers and indirect fire. It's the most balanced and least vetoed map in Company Heroes 2 history is Faymanville, and that's proven by the balance and proven by tournament usage as well. I mean, players often do not veto this map in tournaments. That's why it's the #1 pick for an ace game decider in GCS 2. Go to gcs2.org/compete/rules. You'll see the map pool and all the rules therein. It's quite an interesting read if you like that kind of nerdy competitive activity. I certainly do, obviously. Maxim setting up north. UC already with 2 kills. Maxim in the south. 3rd Maxim coming out as well for Caesar. He really doesn't want to lose this. He's going for a very malignant strategy. Comrade Strelok asks in chat, M3 Scout Car versus UC, who wins? I tested this in cheat mods, and the M3 wins, unless the UC has its Vickers upgrade, which costs 60 munitions, so it's an interesting battle, and we are seeing that said Vickers K mounted variant right now, so M3s would be a thing of the past if they were on the battlefield, which they're not, so we've got 3 Maxims instead.
The enemy cut our supply line.
So as we mentioned, big thanks to Allied Army, who gets his name in lights at the bottom of your screen.
Vehicles and infantry are ready to break through enemy lines.
M3 now dealing down the damage. Maxim's putting heavy pressure down here. A nice L section of sandbags showing you the different construction methods of the Soviet Union and the British. Another Maxim. Not there to stop the cap. Flamer-based combat engineers coming into view. These Tommies are going to be a barbecue very soon.
A capture point is being overrun.
crawling very close together there. That's
Squads now.
borderline homoerotic. Here comes the UFC. Maxim can do damage to the UFC. Needs to be a little bit careful. Saying that, it's bouncing all those shots. That's cracking. I didn't know it could bounce against that. Must just be the other, you know, stuff like the 50 cal and the Dushka that would deal serious damage to it. To be fair to me, though, it's the first time I've ever seen that situation. So even with 1,000 hours of casting.
Been outfitted with 85mm guns. We will follow their tracks to victory. E-34-85 tanks are now ready for use.
We've had a choice by Caesar to go for, of course, the famous and illustrious coordination of motorized guards strategy. Mine there, be careful for that. Maxim putting the heavy pressure down. Vickers trying to return that fire. In two variants, both the mounted and the garrison variant. So in game one, if you're just tuning in, we had USF versus USF. Oh, you see! Korea's out of control thanks to the anti-tank rifle grenade of Caesar there. So there's one thing down that was pretty much helping him so much. By the way, so if Caesar wins this game, we already know what game 3 is. It is going to be on Faymonville approach. And like these other two games have been. And it is going to be Brits versus UKF, or the... Sorry, USF. God, I'm an idiot. Hang on. It is going to be these same factions again. Nice mine. As Soviets go off against Brits. The reason being is you can only play each faction once in your best of 3 match. So that would literally decide what each player goes as. Go to exclamation mark brackets for more info. I need more coffee. That's the shit. 120 mils on the field. The nuclear bomb cannon, as I like to call it. Or sometimes it's just a pyrotechnic display. Can't really make his mind up.
We are losing territory. Soviet HQ now includes a field hospital, but only for those who are seriously wounded.
Maxim's making this game into a spectacular game.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
This, as a caster, by the way, whenever I get a game with Maxim, this is how I want to cast. I literally don't care anymore. I'm joking. Sorry, I'll stop that. But they do tend to slow things down a little bit. They do tend to make things a little bit tepid. Saying that the AC is now out to mobilize the situation and to open things up a little bit. Nice damage, actually. Very good indeed. 80 grenades threatening. Maxim in the center, stopping the Tommies, getting there. Good pressure put down CZ. He's playing serious now. He lost that first game and he didn't like it. Didn't like that taste of defeat against the cold Norwegian hands of SteffenBK.
Forward headquarters and supporting troops are ready to fly into a target area by glider.
Of course, with Vanguard operations, he will be getting the air landing officer should he want him. Those tasty, tasty light gammon bombs.
The enemy is trying to overrun our HQ.
Maxim putting heavy pressure down in the center. Oh, mine goes down on the AEC.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Elsewhere in the southwest, Maxim's starting to set up there. 120 mils now gotten a kill. Woohoo! Somebody in chat's asking why AEC versus Soviets. I mean, one could only expect it's meant to help out against stuff like the T-70, perhaps. I mean, we haven't actually got Tier 3 up at the moment, but perhaps that's what he was thinking. So for those that didn't watch Game 1 of this series, SteffenBK was in a similar position in that game, and he still was able to yield a fantastic comeback thanks to Mr. Pershing. Another mine comes down. He's going to possibly utilise another. Or he's just going to go cap this point rather. Tommy's coming to scope. Maxim was out of position. Good fire coming in here. Behind green cover on 3 points. Tommy's coming to fire. Maxim's going to have to retreat. There you go. Great work by SteffenBK. Good tactical appliance of squad movement there. AC's ready for war once more. Maxim here. Sorry, Vic is here, rather. Forcing away the Maxim. AC. Oh, nice fire. Shoots the gunner. Or the runner, rather. There, blocks him. Shame the AoE of the AC didn't quite help out with the second shot. This gun's set up. AC needs to be careful. Nice comeback by SteffenBK to reclaim the victory points, it must be said. He had lost a few. Just check on check how many viewers we've got currently. 187 people have turned out today, which is fantastic. 187 of you, well, 186 not including myself. May notice that Massive Army is the last donator to the GCS2 project. So if you haven't donated quite yet, you might want to consider doing so. Exclamation mark GCS for more details in chat. Here comes the advance of the Caesar army.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Maxim and conscripts behind heavy cover. Going to help out and create a bit of a diversion away from a skirmish in the south here. We've got the sniper. He's back tech for the sniper. That's what it was happening. No tier 3. Instead, we've got a tier 1, tier 2 combo. This will be really interesting against Brits. Oh, and SteffenBK is going for an AEC. This is hilarious. Because, of course, that won't do anything. What will do something, however, and he'll have to watch out for, is the 3-inch mortar emplacement. AT grenade threatened. He will now see the mortar in its rightful position. Two AECs. I'm not sure about that strategy. Let's keep this sniper on control group 1, if you will. Oh, you can't control group the left army, it seems. Oh, you can. It just doesn't say on his face. Mortars take out one sniper there. That's good. This AEC's... he's changed his mind. Good. He's then going for another universal carrier, it would seem. Interesting. I wonder what the point in that is. Maybe to get a wasp. That'd be good. Exterminus says it's a UC. No, he was building an AEC and then he swapped it out for a UC. He changed his mind. He's going for another Vickers, really? Oh, as a sniper counter. Very exciting. Okay. That'll be interesting. Zisgun with a barrage. Huge damage put down. Mortar with the fire. Maxim with the exit. Tommy's with the retreat. Tree with the leaves. I got you all. He swapped out the Vickers and instead he went for the Wasp in the end. So a double swap out. He can't make his mind up, SteffenBK.
Taking hits from machine gunners. Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Maxim going south, but the Vickers waits for it with its trusty wheel generating power. Every single one of those bullets is now water cooled. Thanks to the water wheel, picking water up from the river and water cooling that Vickers. Very great engineering there by Ism Kingdom Brunel.
Trying to take one of our points.
Nice sweeping from these sappers in the centre. The Wasp is now reigning superior. He's gone for a 6-pounder, by the way. More AT efforts. He's really scared of what Caesar could be building, but Caesar's actually gone for an entirely support weapon and base build right now. AT grenade threatens. Where's that 6-pounder at? Not quite there yet. Maxim sets up. Sapper's behind the green cover. The green cover won't last much longer, though, if he gets targeted. Wasp in the loving and comforting arms of the 6-pounder.
Point. They're trying to take it.
Oh, destroying the van there. How many kills has this sniper got? 5. Not that many, you know. He's done a good job of keeping away from it, it would seem. The Soviet player has now built tier 4, and he has 112 fuel. Wonder what he's going to go for there. Of course, he does have access to the 85mm, but he might not want it. Might engage something else. Maybe an SU-85 and a Katusha would be a nice combo. Wasp darting around, creating a nuisance, buzzing. Needs to be swatted, would be Caesar's approach. SteffenBK with some great shouts.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Conscripts coming in for the anti-tank grenade. And they get it. Wasp, however, there to add some sting to SteffenBK's response. That hurts. Sappers see that as their moment to retreat. Not sure about that. Sniper now has 8 kills, forces away this Vickers finally. Ooh, could be getting a cheeky wipe here. Female sniper team, will they get the shot in? No, they won't. That's a bit boring. Wasp's gotten a kill. Woohoo. Mortar's gotten 6. Not bad at all.
A capture point is being overrun.
I've got an 85mm in the build right now. Must be noted. Let's do the relic shuffle to get the UI to flick to the other player. Whenever. Wish they'd fixed that at some point. It is indeed the 85mm. Sniper continuing to cause a nuisance. Backpedals away into safety. And then runs away. I was hoping it would take a shot, to be honest. Never mind. Somebody in chat says Wasp, well, Fickerwolf in chat says Wasp causes a slight deal of sunburn, failfish. Well, that's the thing. I mean, the damage isn't immediately obvious with the Wasp, as it's stripping a bit of napalm there. But the cancer damage over time, I mean, the increased risk of skin cancer caused by the Wasp is more than enough to dampen your army spirits. And that's exactly what it was doing there. AC's got a surprising 4 kills. Here comes the T-34-85 though. AC's reversing into scope. Nice front armor penetration, not much damage caused. Here comes the 6-pounder though. That'll cause a sting. T-34-85 misses. Oh, mobility damaged. AC immobilizing the T-34-85. The ability was ready and he used it. Target tread used fantastically well there to take out the T-34-85. Doesn't matter about the marked vehicle that flies overhead because the damage is and was done by SteffenBK there. Fantastic. Caesar must be triggered, somebody says in chat, and I agree. He must be tilting, triggering, and all the bad things right now because, well, to be fair, he got a little bit outplayed there in a situation he's never found himself in before. Soviets versus Brits and the AEC running rampant with the immobilized critical. We now have our 1-0 victorious player building the Cromwell Mark IV. He's up against a hard front though. Cromwell's going to need a lot of work to be done. Sniper counts now up to 14 kills, just about paid for itself, only just. Wasps climbed to 4. Told you, it's not even been doing anything there, just what happens with the accumulative effects of UV radiation. Southwest, we have an armoured confrontation, with only one thing being armoured, and that's the AEC. Not doing any damage, though. Go to the north, see that the guards have lost out against the Wasp. In the centre, you're seeing a Tommy is capping under heavy duress. Here comes Oliver Cromwell's army, though. Oh, he should have stayed there, come on. That would have connected this munitions point if he'd done that. He's gone straight for it, by the way. This Siskun's now backpedaling, getting in position. Vickers was pushed away with a lot of kills. Cromwell could be getting the finishing blow here. However, Ziskun's now got both in their sights. He kills. This is SteffenBK going full. Steffen here, the Vikings going for it. Ziskun's now in position, though. He could be finishing off the Wasp or the Cromwell. Cromwell escapes scot-free. Maxim taken down. Is recruitable, though. He needs to finish it off. Elsewhere, the AC was damaged. There's the husk of that T-34, which has put Caesar in such a compromised position right now. Mortars firing. It's now Veteran C3. He's got an 18 kills and climbing, destroying the guards' defensive position. Vet 2 Maxim versus these plucky Royal Engineers, trying to cap that point before they retreat. Probably not seen it quite yet. Vet 2 Snipers climbed to 19 kills. He's using the ability, the crew repair with the smoke, which is an ability of the commander itself. Vanguard. And there you just heard it, the ability is ready now. I believe that was strafing support's now active if he has the munitions later on. Another 85s in the build. This Cromwell's putting some heavy shots in. And it's largely, I mean, it's mitigated by the Vet 2 Zisgun with its increased rate of fire now. But it's able to saunter and maraud around the battlefield, meandering between various obstacles and just create an absolute nuisance for Caesar, it would seem. Saying that, Caesar with the ever-present map control and abilities with traverse thinking, he's able to multitask. Here comes the second T-34-85. Hopefully for Caesar, this will be a little bit more successful. Wasp has inexplicably gotten to 6 kills. I have never actually seen any of those kills. Zisgun with a huge shot about to come in, but the T-34-85 polishes the job off. The machine gun finishes the task. And that Wasp has now been well and truly swatted. Tommy firing under heavy duress. Vickers versus Tommy. Well, Maxim versus Tommy, rather. Northern Sniper having a great time against that Maxim. Darts behind the trees to get a better shot. Maybe? Maybe. Seeing this battle's going to go on for a long time as that victory point is capped. Cromwell's now climbed to 6 kills as it eats a big round from the T-34-85 or the Zis. No, T-34-85 misses on the move, of course. Elsewhere in the internal battle between the Tommy and the Maxim, it goes on. more news at 10. Oh, AC popping smoke to get past the Zis. Great play by SteffenBK. Mobility damaged, immobilized with a tread shot. This is amazing from Steffen with the AEC. Armored elimination car. Rear armor penetrated. However, the T-3485 could take out the AC. No! It is abandoned. Ziskun about to take the kill. Oh, he sacrifices himself in an incredible display of bravery and cunning. And that battle's still going on all the while. And eventually retreats. SteffenBK with the plays, man.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
And another Cromwell in the build. He sacrifices his armored elimination car and he rebuilds for something heavier. Mortar's now up to 19 kills. Sniper still alive on 23. I really wanted that to say 25, but it said... It might have done, actually. Yeah, my bad. Oh, Cromwell with a big shot in on the snipers. Look at that speed. Could be getting the kill here. Oh, kills one and the other with the mortar. That is sheer luck and bravado in equal measure by SteffenBK. Caesar, if he wasn't tilted already, must surely be now.
Cromwell gun tank ready for action. Supply line's been cut.
Second Cromwell's here. Straight away getting the spotting scopes of the tank commander.
We have 300 points remaining.
Caesar, though, with his superior map control somehow, able to get into positions his opponent isn't.
Trying to take one of our points.
Oh, Cromwell with some decent shots in. Tommy's in a tricky position. Tommy's Veterancy 3 in the southwest against the Maxim. Smoke coming down from the skies. We don't know quite who popped that smoke or where it comes from, but it's certainly there. Cromwell, 13 kills, marauding around the battlefield. Doing fantastically well for itself. Button, but it doesn't matter. Bet 2 Vickers with the 10 kills.
Cromwell's ready to roll. Our capture point. They're trying to take it. Under fire! Anti-tank! Wireless intercept. They still have 300 points remaining.
Look at the veterancy on Caesar's army. It would seem that he's got every tool at his disposal to make a comeback here, but it's just... It seems unlikely when you've got the 2 Cromwells marauding. In a fantastic position to just continually pound Caesar into the ground.
We're losing a capture point.
Flare goes up into the sky. Popped, of course, by the Soviet mortar there with a... Possibly not. Cromwell, T-3485. Are they going to meet the battle of the mediums? We'll have to wait and see.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Oh, nice mortar fire. Guards in a difficult position.
Damned enemies trying to
Vet
take
3 Maxim. Possibly keeping Caesar back in this thing. T-35 with a big shot on retreat, possibly. Oh, just about missing.
is being overrun.
Caesar's keeping in this very well, it seems. Despite that mid-game calamity that was the AEC destroying everything. He's done a good job of getting back into it. But here comes the Cromwell.
Enemy causing
No
trouble,
mines
trying to take one of our
backing him up here. Zis with a shot in. Mark target helping out also. Increased damage there. And accuracy. Healthy Cromwell doing the damage. Oh, big shot from the T-34H5 and the mortar. Finally doing something of note there. Only 9 kills in all this time. SteffenBK is backed into a corner. He's building a sniper, but he's largely under heavy duress here.
We're losing a capture point.
T-34H5 going to blast through in the southwest here. It's found an angle on the 6-pounder. Misses, however. 6-pounder turns about face. Cromwell comes into focus. What's the T-34H5 doing here? He's going for this Cromwell. He fancies it. He's got 2 of the things.
Weapon crew lost.
Cromwell's reversing away. Second Cromwell comes into focus.
Enemy trick, isn't it?
6-pounder has been decrewed. This is an excellent push by Caesar. He's going all in here in every sense of the word with great vigor and fantastic micro. He's coming for this.
Section is ready for battle.
He wants it, and he wants it badly. Main gun destroy critical on this Cromwell. Weaker T-34H5 reverses away. Cromwell does the same. T-34H5 on the hunt. Caesar goes in for the kill. We're playing cat and mouse here. We've got a Yakety Sax out. Oh, that was a nice handbrake turn by the T-34H5. However, he's messed it up. No, he's got the right gear. And is that SteffenBK's Cromwell now dead? No. No, he's decided to do a donut. I'm not too sure what was happening, but it certainly happened. Oh, and he gets the kill. Nice work there. Elsewhere, we've got guards and conscripts acting in tandem. Oh, the T-34H5's found this 6-pounder. What a comeback by Caesar, it must be said.
Damned enemies trying to take a
He's come back from the brink of desolation here,
being attacked.
it would seem. He's getting possible kill here on a Tommy Vet 3. Keep an eye on that on the top of your screen, because in the centre, T-34H5 is on the rampage still. We've also got this one nearly ready for combat thanks to the Vet 2 combat engineers. Huge shots whistle in.
HQ is under attack.
Oh, didn't quite get the shot off there on the 6-pounder. Destroys it.
Placement under
Now focuses his sights on the mortar. 6-pounders recrewed.
attack. Is looking a bit squishy.
Couldn't get the shot off. That is unfortunate. Here comes the Zis divisional machine gun to add insult to injury and destroy the 6-pounder once and for all as the combat engineers come in to combat to repair on the fly. As we see a very delicious comeback.
Cromwell ready to go.
This rather splendid Cromwell is on the field.
The enemy are attacking in a
Lieutenant with his head in his hands in chat saying, I thought he had it. How can SteffenBK lose this? Well, with some amazing plays by Caesar, it must be said. He's played fantastically here. And SteffenBK is well and truly out as the 120mm rains hellfire from above. The nuke cannon demolishing this position. One more round and it's down. Zis finishes the job. Crew members fly into the sky there. An early British space program, it would seem.
We're down to 100 points now. The enemy is trying to overrun our HQ.
Cromwell's trying its hardest to get back into this, but the 120mm doesn't care. Here comes the T-3485. Mark target initiated, possibly. He does have the munitions. I can't believe SteffenBK's lost this myself. He had a fantastic game. He played some amazing AEC plays. But we've had a company of comebacks in this series so far. Been both players with incredible comebacks. And there you go. He's thrown in the towel. So GG to Caesar. Let's go and talk to the guys. Just asking them if they want a veto for G3 map or keep the same. So both of them would have to say veto in order to veto, because that would be a change in the rules. And it's only fair if we ask both players. But yeah, they deserve a little break anyway. But thanks to everybody tuning in today. Got nearly 200 viewers watching a Allied Mirror Match tournament, which is really funny. So thanks to that. Wonder if they're already on with G3, it seems. I think they're already on with G3. No rest for the wicked. Jesus. Yeah, if you wondered why I stopped casting for a moment there, Caesar came in and said something in chat whilst the game was going on, and that's such a pet peeve of mine. Really big thanks to Caesar and SteffenBK and the other players today for playing, though. That's what I thought to myself, because I got angry like internally, because whenever a player spoils it for me a little bit, when I see them in chat, I'm like, oh, I know the game's going to end in the next 2 minutes. That really annoys me. But the bigger thing I think about today's tournament is that